I hope am I audible to everyone? Right? Sneha, you can hear me?
Yeah,
Didika, Surya.
yeah,
Yeah.
So I hope we all of us are live. So hello everyone. This is Swed here from Admissify. So today here with here a new session set of sessions coming enrolling students and telling about briefing them about various informations currently which we are curious about to know. A lot of people are worried after pandemic what will be the current scenario of higher education system across outside overseas, how will students plan to go outside India. So today we are having along with us three esteemed students, previous students of ours, with whom I would like to introduce one of them on a set of starting with Surya. Hello Surya.
Hello.
So I would like to first introduce Surya. Surya is a student from India who had applied through us, currently based out in Germany, and currently pursuing his master's in biochemistry from University of Tübingen, right? So Tübingen, Surya, I would like to give you a brief introduction. So I would like to request you to so that you start your introduction by yourself.
Okay. So my name is Surya, as you all know, and I am doing my master's in biochemistry from University of Tübingen, Germany. So I came in the year of 2019 in the winter semester, that is started from 2019, and it's been approximately 1 year, 1 month. I am here in Germany. So currently, I have completed the courses which were to be done in the masters, but my master thesis is left, and currently I'm a research assistant in the Max Planck Institute, and so simultaneously I'm doing both the things, and maybe I will be starting my thesis from the month of January. So currently, there's no much effect on the laboratory works which we do in the biochemistry field due to this pandemic. But again, this partial lockdown started in Germany from the previous Monday. I guess it's 2nd November it was, and it will last till a month or two. Most probably, it will again everything will be relaxed and normal from the month of January. So this is the current situation here.
Great, thank you. So we'll get back to you again. So we
Yeah.
have a lot of questions which were inquired to us previously before we went live today. A lot of aspiring students trying to know a lot about the European countries, the courses available, what are the opportunities.
Yeah.
So again, I would like to get to notice Dhritika Barnali Bora, who is one another student from Northeast India and currently pursuing her master's in biomedical engineering from University College Dublin. So I'd like to welcome you and giving us your time and so that you can help more aspirants and helping them in their applications process or to know more about Ireland as a destination to study abroad. So Ritika, hi, please give a brief introduction of yourself, please.
thank you. I am Kritika Bernali Bora. I have come to do my master's in engineering in biomedical in University College Dublin, Ireland, and it's a 2-year master's program. So I was awarded a 100% Global Excellence Scholarship to pursue my master's, and it's a 2-year program, and it includes an 8 months internship as well. So in I started my internship around 2020 January, and it was around more than 8.5 months, which I just finished recently in September. And after completing that, I have come back to pursue my master's, which is in my second year. So it's quite a nice experience in the masters because since it's a 2-year program, it includes the internship as well as a 1-year thesis, so that you can just figure out for yourself like which way you want to go in the research field or in professional way you want to pursue. And I did my internship in Dipui Synthesis, a company of Johnson and Johnson, which deals with orthopedic equipments. So yeah, great experience to work in the Irish professional culture background, and I'm enjoying my time here.
It's lovely to hear from you, the brief. We'll get back to you again and when we have more discussions regarding the work culture, work opportunities. So let me first finally introduce the last speaker of ours today, Sneha Patwaritz, who is currently based out in UK, and currently she is pursuing her master's in international hospitality and tourism management with a placement here in UK from University of Bournemouth. Hi Sneha, welcome today.
Hello. Hello, thank you so much, Swed, for inviting me to come live with you. So, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Sneha, and I have done my graduation from International Institute of Hotel Management. And then I have done my internship in Steamboat Ski Resort, Colorado, USA. After that, I decided to work in India for a while as a receptionist. And then I finally decided to do my master's in tourism and hospitality management in Vermont University. And I'm so grateful to Swade. I can't thank you enough. He helped me for entire application process. And I'm talking to you here, and I'm
Yes.
having a really nice time. There are a lot of, because of the pandemic, people were really scared. Like even us, I think most of the Indian students were scared, you know, because in the grocery store, you have to keep a safe distance. You have to wear PPE. While I'm at work, I have to wear mask. I have to make sure I'm wearing gloves, you know. But it's been easy if you have a mindset that okay, I'm gonna get through it, and I'm gonna not give that vibe, that fear kind of vibe, that you're actually scared. That confidence that okay, everything is going to be fine. I think that's what kept me going, and I'm still working here slash studying. And we are having a lot of opportunities over here. Right after my course, I can apply for PSW as well, and that's it. And I'm
So,
having
all
a
right,
nice time.
very nice to hear from all three of you, getting a vibe and an insight, glimpse and pieces with an introduction of three different, at most very demanding countries as a destination, study destination, especially for Indian students, especially after 2012, with the possibilities of getting work and employabilities as well as great school of research institutions available. So, like, I would like to ask a very like common questions to all three of us. Like, we all four have been alumni for three different countries. Like, as I come from Sneha, where she's currently based, and Dhritika is currently based in Ireland, and Surya is currently working as well as doing his masters as well from Germany. So, and you three people are currently in three esteemed institutions. So, what made you choose like study abroad? Like, if we ask you one at once, like Dhritika, what made you like? Why did you choose? You already have been a gold medalist in India, have got a great opportunities. You're working well in India. Why did you choose to go for a master's after your bachelor's? And was it a very long plan? Was it your dream, or is it something you got an aspiration from someone who is currently based there?
Yeah. So for me, it's like it's definitely doing my master's abroad was a very long term dream for me. Like typically, I can say like when I started tech in Neho, I always wanted to come abroad because as I have heard as well, like for me, I am from biomedical background, so the biomedical engineering is still flourishing in India, and there are a lot of nice companies and as well, but there are not any establishments where biomedical equipments are made in India. It's always been like imported from uh, abroad and outside. So that's what made me plan to do my masters because of an international exposure, or I can say like I wanted to have a change in my viewpoint as to what I'm learning in my undergrad. And it's like getting the scholarship was just like everything fall into my place so perfectly that there was no chance of looking back and not deciding or to changing my decision in this respect.
So I think like you people have always kept like for Surya, I'm asking you, like you guys always have decided on two, three countries. What made you choose finally going to Germany as a destination? You had applied to two, three countries, if I remember, with
Yeah.
our Admissify's team. Like finally you ended up going to Germany. Do you think it's going to be a very right decision in terms of your career?
Yeah, absolutely. Means I applied to countries like UK and New Zealand. So I got the opportunities from there as well, but I preferred Germany mainly because of the facilities, the laboratory facilities, the advanced research which they perform, and also the most important thing which I considered was the tuition fees, which is not applicable here in Germany. So that also was a thing of consideration from my side. Overall, the tuition fees, which is not there, and the lab facilities and the extensive opportunities which they provide, and also the work environment which we get here to work, and the independent terms which they provide us to do also develop us and make us quintessentially articulate in doing the laboratory techniques what we are doing, and they also give us the independency of selecting our own project, how we will proceed through it. And even if we are when I basically came here for the first time, I was not coping up with the subject of the laboratory, and the way they give you confidence that yes, you can do, or if you cannot do, it's not a big deal, you can again proceed to another line. This what made me happy and also confident about the subject which I took. Basically, the difference which I faced in India, where I studied my bachelor's, and here is that no one is there to forcefully make you do something. If you cannot cope up, you can switch to other subject, other topic. So no pressure is there on you, and if you complete, so it's a satisfaction for you as well, what the work which has been assigned to you. So yeah, these are all the things which I faced here in Germany, which really made me realize that yeah, my decision was right after coming here in Germany. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, great to hear. So yes, Neha. So like we are here a common decision, a common question to all three of you. Like I would like to know it better from Sneha. Like we always had rumors or used to hear from people, like even when you applied, the PSW was still in the state of no confirmations yet. You came with a placement here with 10% of scholarships. But like why did you choose UK? Like people say there are not very more opportunities. Was it very difficult for you to get a part-time opportunity in UK when you started your master's program?
No, it wasn't. Actually, when I first got here, I thought I will not do part-time job instantly because of the fact that I have to, kind of know people, talk to people, get adapted in the new environment. So that's the reason I just gave it like 4 months, and then I started applying for job. And I applied. You have to apply. I think you search for anything, you will get. Like I actually applied for like 20 places, and then I got 2 3 call, out of which others were receptionists and all this, like call center. But I decided to choose care because of the pandemic, and I wanted to be in a safe environment as well. So it wasn't hard. It was just the thing that you have to apply places. If you apply like 20 30 places, then one or two call you will get. So
Great.
it was really hard.
So I hope apart, I think you guys have been there in UK, Germany, and Ireland for more than a year. So Dritika, like, what is your insight? Like for you, how was the experience in terms of safety in Ireland? Like, did you face any discriminations? As safety is one of the very big points, I think for your family was itself for the same thing. A girl child going from your home country to a different destination, an 8 hour flight. Like, what was your main concern? Did you get to up to what you're expecting in Ireland in
Uh,
terms of safety?
yeah, I would say it's like quite. I would really say that it's really really safe over here because like even me, in my first semester, I had like classes in the evening, and I used to come home around 9 or 10. So it's really you don't have any issues, and even like I use the public transport, the bus facility even at night, and the bus drivers were so nice. They would really make you feel comfortable even at night if you're traveling alone. And even while I was working, I had my morning shifts, and I had to be early. So even then, like, you will never find anything like discriminating or over here, because like we have seen instances where there are few, like, you will always find different types of people in everywhere. You will find people who says bad or something that's not good to you. And even in that instant, it's like the drivers, they would always say, ask the people to get down off the bus if somebody comments something really badly on you, or somebody racist comment is passed on you, or anything that happens. And here the garda, like the police, is always one call away. They would always come to you immediately whenever you are in a trouble, even if it's the smallest of thing.
So we can say like you guys are in a safe environment. It's good to know from all of your ends. So Syria, yes, I think as part of Europe, Europe is heard. We have heard few news that Europe is entering a second lockdown phase for especially for Germany, UK, and Ireland, for all three of the countries. So Surya, how is it very different from our home country? As you might be hearing news from your parents, your families, and friends back home in India, and your experience in Germany. Do you think the current scenario in Germany is far more better than in India?
Yeah, means talking about the situation of pandemic, the first pandemic lockdown here was from, I think, from the month of March, and it again got relaxed on 4th of May. So it's been about 1.5 to 2 months approximately within which the situation was completely under control. And again, everything was opened and people were having a normal lifestyle. The swimming pools and all these things were open, gym and all. But yeah, strict restrictions were there that you should wear mask whenever you're traveling in public transport. Means whenever we are boarding the bus and all. And also in the shops of groceries and malls and all, we should wear masks. That's the common thing. And yeah, compared to the situation in India, as the population is so high, so it's obviously the situation is much more critical in India compared to the European countries, as per my view. And again, everything was normal, but as said, that from 2nd November, again the partial lockdown has started from, and it might last again a month or a month, 2 months approximately. So the situation was normal, but again the cases are increasing. A second surge has definitely come, and our Chancellor Angela Merkel has said that nearly we are reporting 21,000. I saw the yesterday's report cases, 21,000 cases per day. So they are trying their level best to again control it, because of which they have called this initial partial lockdown again for the second time. And hope it gets improved, and let's see what we can face in from the month of January after this second lockdown.
So I can see that like in Germany, the education system is still running, even though the
Yeah,
lockdowns are happening,
yeah.
especially the people who are into their higher studies or pursuing their education. And I think as part of the education system overseas and you guys that you had experience in India, the major differences was that always the overseas esteemed universities, they had some portions of online education system. But the yes, the portion of online education has increased from 20 to 50% now with the current pandemic situation, but it's adaptable for you guys, and I think it's giving you experience how is it to adapt to a new situation and the current conditions. So Sneha, what's your say, like obviously the same lockdown UK has also started very recently, so
Yeah.
do you find it very difficult in finding stores or people, or it's still possible to go out and meet up people or get essential commodities and pursue your higher education at the same time?
So right now there is no such challenges, right? I just be like working all day. Then when I go out to the store, you have to make sure you're wearing mask and people keep a safe distance. The thing that makes it easier to adopt here is that everyone is so understandable. Like they just understand and they just do social distancing. They make sure that they're keeping 2 meters distance from you, and yeah, it's just easy like that, and it's not much challenging to go to the store or anything. Stores are open over here. In the beginning we had this thing that this many things only you can buy, but now we don't have that thing anymore. We have like enough of things, so you can get whatever, how much ever you want. And you know. It feels like I'm in a safe environment. And if in terms of safety also I have to talk about UK, I think it's safe because it's just like rule of thumb, wherever you are, you have to make sure that you're alert, you know. And it's safe. There are no much cases of, especially students, we I don't think so much student face a lot of, you know, trouble over here in terms of
Okay.
safety. Yeah.
So for Jessica again, I'm getting back to you. I think you have been the longest duration in distant country from your home country, Dublin, one of the most friendliest city in the world. You can say that. So
Yeah.
us few experience about yourself. Like you've been there from last September 2019, and at the same time you have the work experience opportunity also. Parallel, you have been working while doing your masters. So how would you rate Dublin in your own thoughts?
Uh, like for me, I was lucky enough, or I don't know what I was, but I really got a really nice team of people while I was having my work experience there. So I was going on site until March, around March 15 or so. But after that, I was like working from home for the rest of the time. And I really didn't find any difficulty in working from home because it's like everyone is so make themselves so available to you even when you are new and you are just an intern. They don't make you feel like you are an intern, or like they don't just say you like do this or do that. It's like you are on your own and you do, and you are allowed,
Yeah.
and most importantly you are allowed to make mistakes. So, and as we all know, they are very much here. The work culture is such that they are very much concerned with the ergonomics. So they always, like, every month they used to make you give a test for your ergonomic status, how you are, your mental health, and everything, and used to like give you desk and chairs and anything that is needed to maintain your or make your life easy. And in terms of like that's all about the work, but to maintain the bond between the team and so that we are always having a friendly conversation, not like in terms of work or professional. They used to organize different games every week, team events every week, and it is really great actually here. And like even though I'm not working now, but still I'm every like continuously in touch with them. That even now I'm in their WhatsApp group, sending me jokes, exchanging talks with me, and it's great.
So I hope your family is completely happy with your current state of ability and like your satisfaction at the current destination, right?
Yeah,
So,
they are.
they are right. So are you guys working, planning to work? Like, what are your next plans? Like, you are going to complete your masters in next 7 months, I think. Definitely 7 to 8 months. So, what would be your next course of plan? Like, are you planning to work in Ireland itself, or you're planning for better opportunities or higher studies?
Well, for me, I am keeping my options available open. Like, I will say that wherever best options is for me, I will be choosing that.
Okay, great, great, wonderful. So, Surya, you are doing a master's in biochemistry, which involves a great tremendous amount of research. You also have been one of the toppers from one of the esteemed universities in India, from the south of India, and you are now currently doing your master's in biochemistry. So now you have both the options feasible or available to you. I would say that both PhD and as well as the employability, as currently you have both are currently working with two great institutions. So little enlighten us so that it can be helpful for the future aspirants who are looking to do their masters in the relevant field of interest.
Yeah, so as you said that my field is totally based on the laboratories and research. So after coming here in Germany in the month of October, so I have been doing my normal courses, but from the month of February I joined National Institute, so where I have been doing my research assistantship. And I will say my future aspirants that apart from your studies, you can also do your EV. EV means part-time lab research assistantship, which is said here in Germany. So from which you can also suffice your daily expenses like the living cost and in health insurance and all these things. So life is not so tough here in Germany. Yes, apart from the language, you need to know the language for your daily survival and also for the different instructions, letters, this which all you face in a regular life, and also for communication. But in the universities, I didn't face that much difficulty because of the language, as my course is totally on English. And in Max Planck also, they don't speak much German on a regular conversation. And I will say that, yeah, means more the lab work you do, more you are exposed to these research experiments, the more experience you get, you come to know about more research facilities, what is going on not only in your country, in other countries as well, based on that particular topic. And as you diversify your field, not only in biochemistry, but in mol bio, in cellular bioscience, or in immunology, cancer biology, all these are a part of biotechnology as a whole. So in the lab, we don't only learn a single subject-based techniques, but certain techniques which are required for all the fields. Means you will be learning or doing on a regular basis certain techniques which is required for the other fields as well. So yeah, first is the language. You should learn at least A1 or A2 level of language before coming here in Germany, so that it will be better for you. And then the extensive lab facilities which you will be getting, and if you can take these proper opportunities and you can plan your courses as well as this CV job simultaneously, you really will make a good resume or work experience, laboratory experience, and the most important things are the connections with the professors, which you really require when you might be doing a PhD or in the industrial line, any line you go, you need the recommendations of the professor, which you will get if you work under them, obviously. So it's always better, as Ritika said, that to keep your options open, to explore new labs in my case, and so that you can go both in the PhD and also in the industrial line as per your convenience and suitability. So yeah, that's it.
Great. Thank you very much. So, but at the same time, like we come across people usually whenever it's a study abroad or a plan to go study abroad. When we come across parents as a team of, as part of a team of Admissify, a team of alumnus, when we come across people, we usually get inquiries regarding it's either for medical engineering, just pure MBBS, or engineering. So, what would be your say? Should people come out of their thoughts process? They go for much more specialization, like today Sneha is doing hospitality and international tourism, one of the very demanding programs in the upcoming. Yes, due to pandemic, we might be affected to some extent. That's for all the fields of interest. But maybe these fields will be very much demanding. So do you think like we should explore the opportunities available to us, or should we just stick to the mainstream? Like Dridika or Sneha, you can any of you answer. Like Sneha, please first you.
Okay. So I think it's important to take like whatever opportunity. For me, why I choose tourism and hospitality, the reason I it's because I think I'm good at customer service and I also want to travel around the world. So my plan is maybe after I complete my course, apply for an airline or cruise line, where I can do both travel and also work. So that is the reason I think it's about your course and your part of interest. So what you are interested in. So if you are interested in hospitality, and then you go for it. Like it's better because I think when you come abroad you also get a lot of opportunities. Like if I was thinking yesterday that okay, I'll do my course, but I didn't plan for like airline, working on airline or anything. But then after my course, now I can plan, look forward. So you always have better opportunity coming on the way, you know Yeah, so I think you should take opportunities. Yeah, it's
Yes,
like things
Dridika,
are fate.
okay, that's
Yeah.
good. You have been passionate about what you love to do, and you are pursuing a career what is great interest for you. And I think it goes for all of us. we should always stick to the program which helps us to grow or at least enjoy the workspace that we will be doing when we are completing our education, right?
True. Yes.
So, Surya, I think like we have few questions like specifically for Germany. I think one of them you have already answered. That's like, is it very difficult to communicate with people if you don't know the local dialect, or people can understand English?
Yeah, people understand English, they can communicate also, but on the first priority, they will be using German. So if you say that no, I mainly speak English and I know little bit of German, then they will be shifting them to the English language and then they will further
Okay,
communicate. But as I am staying in the state of Baden-Württemberg, here we have more number of students and the aged people means those who are middle aged. So they usually prefer to speak German basically. So yeah, means I would say it's not that difficult, but it's always advisable for the newcomers who are planning to come to Germany to learn at least some
basics.
intermediate level or basic level of German, so that it will be easier for them to not communicate, but at least to read the letters, the applications, the mail which they provide from the university or from the means the registration offices and all these things. So yeah, I faced a little difficulty with the letters and all, but with the communications I was okay because I knew intermediary level of German. So it's always advisable to know the language and then communicate.
Okay, great. So, Dhritika, again, I'm coming to the academics part with Dhritika, as you have been one of the recipient of 2019 for the VVGiri 100% tuition fees waiver scholarship, from which is sponsored by the Irish government as well as the University College Dublin together alongside. So, like, what would be your suggestions or advice to the students who are very much curious to know more of the scholarship opportunities? Do you think it's the percentage what the scholarship applicants are being seen at, or is it the complete applications, or is it advantage to apply very, very early applications?
Um, I guess the best thing, like my suggestion would be like the project that you do in your undergrad. And like after you finish your undergrad and the time that you get into an university abroad, I feel that you shouldn't like be idle and maybe do something that would add to your resume in terms of more, I would say, in terms of social work or in terms of volunteer work that you are doing. And if you are in your undergrad and doing a really good projects, that would be an add-on to it. Like that would add to your resume in terms of more, I would say, in terms of social work or in terms of volunteer work that you are doing.
Sorry, it's
And
echoing.
if
I think
you are in
much.
your undergrad and doing a really good project, that would be an add-on to it. Like that add to your resume in terms of more, I would say, in terms of social work or
Sorry, I think the systems.
work that you are doing. And if you are in your undergrad and doing a really good project, that would
Is
be
any one of you like using multiple systems,
add to your resume
devices? Any of you are having two devices?
social work or
Right, right.
systems work that you are
Okay.
doing.
So Sneha, where you started applications
Is any one of you
months
like
earlier, I can say that. Devices. Any of you are having two devices? Sorry, I think it got stuck. Okay. So Sneha, where you started applications months earlier, I can.
Why are you echoing so much? I can't hear you clearly. Oh,
Okay. So Sneha, I think everyone can hear me now. Yes. Okay, great. No problem, definitely. So sorry for the, I think there was some internet issues. I think it got resolved now. I
yeah.
hope we are audible and clear to each one of us. So Sneha, just tell me how difficult it was for you in terms of the Admissify, like helping you out in the complete process? Like I know that you have done majority of the things always an individual's applications process.
Something.
Sneha, tell me how difficult it was for you in
I
terms
can't.
of
I
Admissify.
don't. I can't hear you properly.
Can't hear me? I know that you have done majority of the things always an individual's application process.
Something.
Sneha, tell me
It's not
It's
proper.
echoing a lot. Like
Overlapping.
there's a lot of other sound that I can hear. I can't hear you clearly.
yes, I understand. You have done majority of the. Can you
Okay.
hear me now, Sneha?
Yes. Yeah.
Please,
Carry
Sneha, you
on.
can tell me. So when we speak, we can unmute our mics. So in the meantime, Sneha, you can say your journey, like how did you start your applications process, and what would be advice to aspirants? Should they start a journey very early, or do you think 4 to 5 months is more than enough to apply? Please,
So
Sneha, you can tell. So
yeah.
when we speak, we can unmute our mics. So in the meantime, Sneha, you can say your journey, like how did you start your applications process?
Okay. Yeah. So my application process, I applied first in the beginning for September intake. I applied actually in from Bangalore. So there it wasn't working really. Like they didn't like prioritize my application, I would say. But thank God, like I read about Admissify and their reviews were really good. So I decided to go for Admissify. So I came all the way to Assam and then I started my application with Suede, and he helped me through all my things till my flight tickets, and you also helped me for my visa application, and you make sure that I'm safe in the UK. As soon as I landed, I get text from Suede, are you safe, have you reached properly, like have you reached in, I'm like yes, I'm in the UK. And yeah, it was nice. It was actually very easy for me because you actually prioritized my application, like you were always there whenever I needed any help. And it helped a lot because I think Admissify is there all over India. Yeah, but I I wouldn't say Admissify, I would say Suede. He helped me. He helped me all through, and he was always proactive in the application. Whenever like I needed any help, I used to call him and he used to pick up, and he don't used to be like, no, sorry, I can't talk right now or anything. But it was like he was very much proactive about my application. I think you helped me, so it was done faster. It was done like within like 2 months. I think I started my application November. By December end, I was here. So it was done much quicker than you would expect. So it always depends on like the place you apply from. So if you're applying from a good consultancy, first you have to see the reviews, and then you go, you talk to them, and then if you feel that okay, this is worth my time, and no, then it just happens. I think my application was quicker because you prioritize my application. And yeah, thank you very much for that.
So, for Dhritika, thank you, Sneha, for your enlightening words. At the same time, for Dhritika, like I'll ask you one thing is that what is more important? Is it the university or the country you decide? What would be more priority for a student?
Mm, I feel the priority should be the university, and it's really really important to read the description of the module that you have signed in for. That's really important because you have to know exactly what you are looking into or what you are going to pursue, because there are a lot of things that I've seen the students have faced difficulty after coming here because of the module description that they didn't go through, because they don't know what exactly they are going to learn, or what they are, or what are the opportunities that they are going to have when they select a particular subject in the university.
Okay. So basically, you mean to say that a student, when trying to apply or shortlisting universities, his or her main priority should be to see the code content rather than just the course name.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
great. So obviously, and then for every student, we always recommend them. So there is the role where Admissify, we tell as an individual that always prioritize a university or a course by the way of your interest, which you are passionate about or where you can grow your interest into. rather than just going with the rumors, thinking that this coursework will get me or end me up in a great job opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the same time, as I think for Sneha, it's new. In Ireland, it was already their post-study work of 2 years after completing your master's. But in your case, it's going to be total 4 years without even getting an opportunity before you end up in getting a right opportunity for yourself. So basically, you have 4 years time for yourself to look out the right opportunity. Right, Ritika?
Yes, totally. It
And
is.
at the same time, for Surya, is going to be 18 months. But for Sneha, is again like an exciting moment as you are going to be the one of the first batch as the PSW of 2 years has been reintroduced in UK after 2012, which is as a like stay back option along with a placement here.
Yeah.
So how positive are you about that? Like getting a rightful job, or what did you hear in UK being in UK itself?
So now, because of the pandemic, I was like losing hope. Like, I don't know what is going to happen for my internship as well. So they have extended the period. So it was going to, my internship was going to start from Jan onwards, but they have extended it to June now. So I think because of the fact that then, by then, if pandemic things like coronavirus reduces, so we can apply for, get different opportunities, apply to different places by then. So that's the reason they have done this, and hopefully I'll get PSW. Because of the pandemic, we couldn't attend much classes, we couldn't go to the university. There would have been much more opportunity if it wasn't lockdown, like everything is close here and you don't have really much opportunities at this time. So I'm hoping to get PSW, because that would be very unfair if we don't, because the moment we are here, we are inside, we can't do really anything. So actually, when this pandemic gets over, you can at least go have opportunity, at least explore UK, see different places, meet different people. That's why I'm here for, like, I'm here to like socialize, meet people, know new things, work in like different places. So hopefully, hoping pandemic gets over soon and we should get PSW. I think we should. Yeah. Sorry, Sweet, can't hear you. I think your mic is mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. So, as apart from Sneha, as we are already a part of Brexit, like UK coming out of the European Union, like already entered the phase. So, for Dhritika and Surya, we majorly hear for STEM course demand. Is it so, or is it very true that having a course in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics only advantage in Ireland and Germany, or it's any course where you are doing very well is advantage, irrespective of any country? What's your saying, Surya, on that?
So I would say that it's not based on the country. I would say that it depends on your interest and also the way you select the courses which happens to be best in respective universities. So don't go upon the rankings which are there in the net and all. So you just see that what are the professors who are teaching your subject of interest, how many publications they are having, what work they are doing, whether you are interested in that. So if every things suits you, so you can apply there, irrespective of the rankings and the country. So if you have any special preferences based on the country, then it's a different issue. But I would say that you should see that the subject of interest to which you are going to pursue your masters. See that which university is doing a lot of advanced works based on that, and what are your future perspectives if you work or you are pursuing degree from that university. What's the value of that? What are the job opportunities in the country based on your field? Not only masters, what you will do after masters, industries, PhD, anything. So based on all these parameters, you should first choose, not only based on the countries and these things, means the people or anything else, language and all. So I think that if you are passionate about your subject, yeah, I have to do this subject from this university or this country. All these other parameters like rankings, language, all these things doesn't matter. So you should focus based on that.
Okay. So Dritika, the same thing. Like we always heard of Ireland as a destination for an IT hub, a hub for Eastern Europe. Though Ireland officially doesn't include with the 27 countries, but we always heard that it's an hub for Amazon, Google, as we can see some comments out in the comment sections. So do you think it's very difficult to end up in the right job as an international student, or do you think right skills and right skill sets helps you in a right job what you are looking at?
See, like for me, when I was like looking into different colleges and the courses, the main thing that attracted me to Ireland and UCD is the 2-year master's course that included both the 8-month internship, professional internship that was again paid as well, and also 1-year thesis program. So I would get the opportunity to experience both my research skills as well as my how I will be working in a corporate world, so that the next step whatever I take I would get a clear picture of myself, like where my interest lies. And it's strange that it comes up as an IT hub and Amazon, but it's so weird. Like the main manufacturing unit for all the biomedical companies, say Johnson and Johnson, Stryker, Pfizer, all, if I name, all the manufacturing units are established in Ireland, and it's been exported to all over the world, like including India, US, and everywhere. So that's something that I searched up like as well, like what are the things that will be beneficial for me if I come here. So but I would totally still say that the main thing that should drive you is the course, because once you get the degree, it's always be of value wherever you go.
Okay. So one thing commonly we all can understand is that it's basically little different from our home country, that it's end of the day matters how you perform in your qualification, which will end you or help you out in getting the rightful job what you are looking at, rather than just the university name tag or the course that you have done. If I think we all agree on that. So we have few more questions in our comment sections. I can see that, like one common challenge that you guys have faced, like even I have been an alumni, or I had some other reason before we developed the Admissify's app in our London office, which helps with placement, before setting up offices in India and helping students as part of an alumni team. How is your experience till date being in university? Surya, it's been for you 7 months, even more than 10 months. Dhritika, it's more than a year. For Sneha, it is going to be 10 months. So what is the biggest challenge you guys have faced for?
No, I have been here for 1 year, 1 month.
Okay, so you have a longer experience than all compare of three of you. So how will you share this? Like, what is the challenge that you have faced that you would
Uh,
like to share with the students?
Challenge which I faced was the first was the language problem which I faced a bit, not with the university people but with the daily life people, like the grocery store shopkeeper and the bus driver and the regular citizens in the street, the food vendors, all this regular people. So apart from that, yeah, the weather, I won't say it's a challenge, because when I came here in the year 2019, people were saying that this time the weather is much less colder as compared to the other years. So yeah, I was lucky. It's because I don't prefer so much cold and all, because if the snow gets aggregated in the roads, it's difficult for traveling and going to labs and all. But this year I don't know, might be it will be more colder. So yes, apart from the weather and language, I didn't face much difficulties after coming here. That's it. No more difficulties. And how I tackled it is that, yeah, now I'm used to with this kind of difficulties which I faced in the first few months, and also the Google translators are there to translate your letters and all this.
So I can understand going from either hot or cold extreme conditions in India to going
Mm.
an extreme cold condition country, right?
Yeah.
So was the homesickness an issue for you, or was it not? Missing
No.
out home food or something? How did you plan out your cooking establishment? Like, did you manage to cook by yourself, or you managed to eat where the Indian grocery is available in Germany?
Yeah, obviously, one Indian store is there where I stay. It's very near to my place of residence here. So from there, I get all the Indian stuffs. But yeah, the problem is that I get everything, but it depends on me whether I will cook with them or not. I really get very less time,
Okay.
and if I also get time, I get very tired. So I don't cook much. Means just the required thing which I need to eat in an everyday life, that only I cook. But yeah, the Indian stores actually is a good thing. In the holidays and all, in the weekends, we purchase from the stores and we cook, basically, not on an everyday life.
So how about Dhritika? I saw the excitement in the facial expression of Dhritika speaking out. She had a lot to share on her stories part, being in Ireland, getting on Indian foods, Indian habits, and well, please share experience like how difficult it is to adjust with the eating habits in Ireland.
Uh, I think so. It's like, as Surya said, it's really easy to get everything here. It's like, it's expensive, no doubt, but like you can get it. It's not like you won't get it. It's nice. And basically, it's like after everyday work, you don't feel like cooking every day. So that's what I ate. Like, I was staying with an Irish family for my internship in an 8 month internship. So I was having Irish food. So I didn't mind eating that as well. It's nice to eat something different for a change.
So a good experience learning new food habits and new information. So I think it will be really helpful for a lot of people because it's one major concern. Apart from the first comes the safety issues, second comes the eating foods, whether we will be able to get our own foods that we are. Because very few people want to go and explore new eating habits before they start adjusting in a new environment. So Sneha, what's your say? You have gone to a country and surrounded by people known as the mini India, right? So
Yeah.
I think you have more options available to you, or you are sticking to English food or English weather. Have adjusted to yours.
No, it's like it's not that I eat everyday Indian, but there are times when I actually miss home food, and I'm like, no, I need it. So I used to cook for myself. I used to get all the groceries because they are available everywhere out here. Like you can get ghee, you can get everything here. So I used to get the things, and then I used to prepare. And also in my workplace, like sometimes I have to cook as well. So I cook them Indian food. So and my workplace, like the lady, she's Chinese, so I have to most of the time adjust with Chinese, but I don't mind. It's like one of my favorite dish. So yeah, I think
What is a new thing you guys, apart from apart from in being sorry, what is the new thing you guys are experiences apart from being able to study in India? What is different like the education system with along with the education system, what would be the other things that's been very positive and will bring positive changes in yourself? I will start with Ritika, please.
Um, Apart from the education system, that's like majorly that's really different from what I experienced in India. Apart from that, like I didn't work much in India, though. Like it was only for 10 months, and in between there were only like a few months internships. But the work culture is really different. I really like, it's not like I have to work each and every day like 9-10 hours of long work
Okay.
schedule that I have to follow. Like even during this pandemic situation, they always encourage like it's fine, you don't have to work. If you don't have work, you don't have to sit in front of the laptop. You can just switch off and you can just go for walks, or you can just go out. It's like you don't have to be there. So
Okay.
that attitude is quite different from what I experienced.
In India, I can
uh,
understand that. Yes, obviously that's a great experience for all of us, like being working in India, which we in Admissify try. You work as you feel, right? You complete your task, then you don't have to stick to your system or you have to be in your labs or in your study table. If you're done with your work, leave and relax your eyes and have socializing with your friends. I know in this pandemic, we have distanced ourselves from our friends, families, and people that we have friends around. So at the same time, so like Surya, you were working. I know I don't want you to disclose the internships. How difficult is for you guys to get? For Dhritika, it came along with the university course. For Surya, how difficult it was for you to get to work as a research assistant in Germany or to get one opportunity for
Yeah, I
yourself?
won't. Yeah, I won't say it was difficult. I would say the way you approach and the work interest which you show to the professor, that yeah, you are really interested. Or I won't say that you are not capable, because if you are interested, they will train you that way so that you can do that work which they are doing. The most important thing is that you should show interest and efficiency and determination, that yeah, you can complete the work which will be assigned to you, whether when you are doing these paid internships or paid lab research assistantships. So I applied. By my normal resume and the work which I did, I'm doing basically. At that time, I was doing in my master's course. Then they called for an kind of rough discussion, interview kind of thing. Not an interview, I would say a discussion, that how much I know about the work which they are doing, and whether I will be carry forward this work in my future also. So all these things they asked. So if they are satisfied with your answer and your point of view, I think it's not difficult to get here lab internships or research assistantship. But you should show your interest on the first place.
Okay. Very
Hmm.
good. And same like for like in terms of accommodations, like you guys started preparing by yourselves how early and what made you? It's very difficult to get an accommodation in the destination country where you guys are now currently based out, or you can find it online enough amount of resources. I know we as a team, Admissify, we do help you out. And how, as in externally, what are the options available? Are they reliable? How would you suggest students to go ahead on this also?
So, as I would say that it's always beneficial and a place of comfort if you first book an accommodation or decide an accommodation, then you go to the destined country. But in my case, my accommodation was not booked, or it was not fixed. So I came here. I told the international office that I'm not having a place here currently for the accommodation purpose. So first, for the first 3 days, 3 days, yeah, 3 days I stayed in the youth hostel, and then from the Monday they provided me with an accommodation. Then I don't think that it's means I'm telling about Germany, that it's a very difficult thing to get accommodation here, but you never know. It depends on the situation and the vacancy or the availability. So it's always advisable to first decide or fix your accommodation and then come to a foreign land. So many friends of mine have also, I know that first few days they have stayed in some friends' place, and then they have searched for some accommodation. But if you want to stay in the hostel, means the university accommodation or the hostel, you have to book prior. But in my case, I got when I came here and approached for the accommodation. The private accommodations or apartments are little costly than the university hostel. But I have some friends in Ireland, means University of Dublin also. They said me that means it's the I think it's the reverse case in Ireland, means people stay in private accommodations in a shared basis, where the cost is little bit lower, because I have heard that in Ireland the university hostels are very costly, means as compared if you were staying in a shared basis. I think Ritika can tell more better in that issue.
Yeah, you are right. Like in Ireland, the student accommodation, like the university student accommodation, is like very expensive
Yeah.
compared to like outside. So for me as well, I like booked a hostel for 1 week initially, and then while staying in the hostel for 1 week, I searched for my accommodation like through Facebook pages. Then there are a few online sites, and I like it's better to go and personally visit the place where you're going to stay and then like deciding on other things.
Okay.
That
So
thing.
I'll be getting back again, like few, we have not very long duration times, and I would not be taking all three of you from work environment. One of you have taken out time from your workplace. So Ritika, one last very important question, right? Tell us something. You have been there for a year, more than a year. How, like, where all have you, like, what about you saying more about Ireland, like, to people? Is this only people should stick to Dublin, or there are places can go, they work and they can study also, like Cork, Limerick, Galway are the places of great interest. You have been there for a more than a year. You might have friends out there. What are they say on there? Those also.
I have heard that NUIG is really good university as well, and I have seen, like, during my internship, many students from there were coming as well. And another university is, like, there are a few others as well, like University College in Cork. Then there is Cork Institute of Technology, CIT, University Limerick, and definitely Trinity is there as well in Dublin. So those are nice colleges as well.
Okay. So last, I think Sneha got a very few moment time, right? You have explored, you have come across people in London. So I think you will be getting an opportunity after this lockdown to come and meet our team, and we will be really looking forward, right, to meet our team in Admissify of in London, right? So obviously at the same time, like how has been your experience so far? I know you have been the major part been in the lockdown period, but still as in your experience, how would you rate UK as?
UK during pandemic, I would rate it 4 star because not 5 star, because there are challenges that I have faced also, but I think it would depend on how you cope with it. Like, I try to keep myself as much occupied as possible. Even before getting this job, I used to like go jogging, try to meet people, talk to them, and read books or watch Netflix. Just keep occupied, do something, because you keep sitting and you'll be like complaining, oh my god, because of lockdown, I can't do anything. So it's about how you engage yourself, in different activities to cope with it. I think being positive does help, like being optimistic that, okay, tomorrow, there is a better tomorrow. So that helps, I think. Yeah.
It's really wonderful to know from all three of you the insights of different countries, and you guys have been part of the Admissify's family also, and we have seen that you guys have done great in part of your getting scholarships or doing really great in your own studies. It's nice of you, and we are always there to help you and to know how can we go ahead and assist, maybe able to assist you more in your this process. So really thank you, Sneha, Dhritika, Surya, today
Thank
being
you.
part of that, and we'll be looking forward for more sessions to know more. I know you guys will be always available to help the students in India aspiring how to go ahead and how to apply for scholarships or how to assist students in accommodations along with Admissify's team. We are always there, and obviously like it has been limitations of region. I understand this pandemic has made us realize that there are opportunities, institutions working, and yes, in compared to Indian institutions being closed for a longer period, it has become difficult for a lot of people to start their applications. So what we can summarize today is that early applications always helps in ending up in the rightful universities for all of us and getting and deciding on the right career path also. Anyways, it was really nice having you all today and to know more insights. I know it's never ending discussions going to happen. We can keep on talking and have keep on sharing our thoughts, all four of us. Today, I can also mesmerize my old memories. How is it to study in UK? Old thoughts and processes, right? So we'll keep on touch, and all the best of wishes and luck to all three of you. Stay safe and stay take care of yourselves, and we'll be always in touch with you. Thank you all. Thank
Thank
you
Yeah,
very
you.
much.
thank you.
Thank
Thank
you so much. It was a great
thank you.
Yeah, it was a great session.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sweet. Thank you.
Thank you.